Okay, welcome back to video number 3 of how to scale and grow revenue for your roofing and restoration company. We're going to get into topic number 3, which is foundations. Okay, the quick analogy that I always love to give. I use an example of turning on the water in a hose. And if you have a lot of cracks or holes in the hose and you turn the water on, there's still going to be water coming out of the end, right? But not as much water as there should be. This is your revenue. These are your sales. So you have to fix these cracks in the foundation. So we're going to get practical and just talk about a couple quick points of that you should focus on in the foundation. When I say foundations, it's these first 4 chapters in our proven process: your brand, your content, your build, and your strategy. So we're going to get right into it. Okay, so first is the brand. We expand this process into 10 chapters, as you can see here. I'm not going to touch on each and every one, just a couple key points that you're most likely struggling with. Okay, the first one's going to be the guiding idea and brand DNA, which is your brand positioning. Okay, so this is the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to draw a Venn diagram with 3 circles, 3 overlapping circles, right? In the first circle, I want you to create a list of bullet points. What is it that your company truly does best? Is it your customer service? Is it a certain tool or technology that you use when you do your work? Is it the way that you handle onboarding or offboarding? Get very specific, okay, and write all those things down. That's circle number 1. Circle number 2 is who are your competitors, both primary and secondary. Primary competitors would be other roofing companies, right? Secondary competitors would be maybe just not hiring a roofing company. They're going to try to fix it on their own, or they're not aware that it's an issue. That's another pathway by which people are taking projects or potential revenue from you. And be intellectually honest here. What are they best in the world at? What are they better than you at? Is it price? Is it speed? Is it the size of their company and their geographic reach? Okay, I want you to write those things down and be honest. The third and final circle is who is your ideal customer? Who are those customers? That's 20% of your customer base that's responsible for 80% of your revenue. The Pareto principle, right? And I want you to write down what they look like. What are their demographics, their psychographics, their behavioral trends? Where are they geographically? Where do they hang out online? What's the jargon they use? What's their budget usually? And I want you to write down, what do they value most, right? Is it speed? Is it price? Is it efficiency? And what you'll notice in this Venn diagram is that there's overlaps. And the typical space where most small businesses play is right in the middle, which is the risky zone, meaning it's something that you're really good at. It's something that your ideal customers value, but it's also something your competitors are good at. You want to play in the zone that overlaps between you and your ideal customer, but not your competitors. That's the winning zone. Then there's the dumb zone, and then there's the ignorant zone, for example, right? If you're focusing too much of your marketing and advertising efforts on things that you're really good at and your competitors are really good at, but your ideal customer doesn't really value or want, that's the dumb zone. That's pride. If you're playing in the overlap between what your ideal customers value and want, what your competitors are best at, what you're not good at, that's an efficiency. That's not smart, right? And so again, you can start to identify, well, what is it that we're really best at that our ideal customers actually value? That is your positioning. That's where everything starts. So do that exercise. The other quick point in brand, I'll say this. A lot of companies focus on visual identity, right? My logo, my color scheme, my typography. The one key principle here I want you to take away is consistency builds trust. You have to be consistent across your touch points, your flyers, your stickers, your car wraps, your truck wraps. Is the messaging and the visual identity consistent? That's what builds trust. And trust is what leads to new customers. Finally, moving into the next phase, we talk about content, right? If you get your brand locked in, and I encourage you to go back up here and screenshot this, and you can chat with us at the event. You can chat with us, do a free consultation. We'll go through these chapters and say, how are you doing? We'll give you a score in each chapter, right? But once you have your brand really good and where it should be, then you can start to create content, but you have those guardrails and those guidelines that help guide you. Now let's go to the second to last aspect of foundations, which is your website. You'll notice that I call it the build. I call this the build phase, not the web design phase. Why is that? Because web design or design is only one aspect of a really good online experience, right? We do discovery, we do research, we do strategy. Sitemap are all of the pages and how they interact with each other, how they link to each other. What's the structure of the house? Page layout, online tools, content implementation, UX, UI, and design. Automating and optimizing your website, and then launch it. A couple key points here for you to consider. Number one, what is the first 3-second gut reaction to your website? I encourage you to pull it up, have a friend, a family member, a colleague who's never seen it before, land on your website and just watch what they did. Where do they get lost? Where are they confused? We tend to put too much information too fast on our website. You have less than 3 seconds to capture someone's attention before they bounce and go somewhere else. Got to get those things right before you start to worry about the design and the content. The other thing I'll mention too is this chapter right here, automation optimization. We have a whole checklist. All you have to do is email me, josh@bigoriginally.com. I'll send you the checklist and exactly what you can do with your CRM to transform your website into a sales and marketing employee for your company that works 24/7, 365 and never asks for a raise. That's what your website should be doing. And so you feel confident knowing that your website, if you send anyone there, is going to help you close the deal. That's what the website should be doing for you instead of just being a digital brochure, right? The final stage in foundations is once you have your brand, your content, and your website locked in. All those steps that I talked about, there's a lot in there. You can always email me for specifics. Then it's about rolling it out, right? Are you clear, confident, and autonomous on how to use your brand, your content, and your website? Is it easy to scale and manage? Do you have post-live online tools set up? Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, Metapixel, your CRM, are all of those things connected? Then aligning your foundation with your marketing strategy. Okay, how are we going to use our brand and our content and our website now in our marketing and our advertising? Then you start to introduce it to your growth strategy and finally rolling it out, right? Do an internal rollout, meaning getting your whole company on board. Hey guys, here's our brand. Here's what it means. Here are our core values. Here's our positioning. Here's who we really like to work with. Here's who we don't work with. So do an internal rollout first. So important. We tend to skip that step. Then you do an external rollout, right? Do an email blast, post about it all over social media, potentially a press release. Tell your partners, your networks, etc. That builds the hype. It builds the organic momentum. So you see all of these important steps that we do in foundations before we even think about grow. And this is where we tend to jump to. We say, I need to fix my Google ads. I need to do more advertising. I need to spend more on meta ads and YouTube ads. I need to do a content marketing campaign. It's like, yeah, you can, and maybe you should, but let's get these things fixed first. It'll improve your website conversion rates. Your average deal value will go up. Your sales will go up. Your cancellations will reduce. You will beat your competitors when it comes to proposals. So good luck out there. Hopefully there was some good tactics in here. Again, you can always go to bigoriginally.com for free resources on how to do exactly the different steps in foundations. Or we can schedule a free consultation and we can help you and at least guide you if you want to do it on your own and go from there. Okay, good luck out there.